So I'm not surprised. Say Attorney General say Chama Wontumi same way no. Or born a pa. So body faster because in terms of the party for any other.
We have also put in place certain measures to ensure that the prosecution goes faster than normal.
That's what I say. And this is now that within 1 week, Chama Wontumi and Nama. But you can't say you joined the money mama and I anyway. There be on one party for the campaign. But me, I dare how many say. Yakwako hunu tuo pump action gun. Zika pump action gun AK-47 asem ne kano. Any tuo ahodo pa yakoto Chama Wontumi and I make say minim se Chama Wontumi say armed robbery kan hoka yinim. And also supply armed robbers to kwa minim. And I we nyine de bo Chama Wontumi a. Illegal mining on kwa no winim ne de beba. Eno ni. Na na Addo dan kwa Akuffo ne san ye. New Minerals Act no Chama Wontumi betime ko 15 to 25 years. Tine Odnam hwa obompa na obobi ama Chama Wontumi. Na wo di mistake 15 to 25 good years. Ena Chama Wontumi ebetimi akọ. Na Addo ono ankasa na ban mu na change the New Minerals Act na e de be share ho. Inti say chiw so we illegal mining Effeh ne galamsey ene anase mining without license na da bo Chama Wontumi na. Menka se Chama Wontumi cause o mesi obetumi akọ. Because just a court na fine na answer na watimi akọ nti Chama Wontumi se court no kase nsema ide ba nyina no udi for between 15 and 25 years bi ade Chama Wontumi na agrada ebesi awo.
Brought it up to the national discussion. In all modesty, I couldn't mind it was because of the statement I made and the statement I put out there, which is why it became such a major national topical issue. And it is because really, with I should say this with all the honesty I can marshal. We do this work with all the sincerity that we can marshal at our disposal, and we deal with these matters without fear or favor. And the chiefs should fall where they may, and that's exactly what I did. Matter to do with Akuntama, with the greatest of respect, I brought it up to the national discussion. In all modesty, Akuntama, it was because of the statement I made and the statement I put out there, which is why it became such a major national topical issue. And it is because really, with I should say this with all the honesty I can marshal. We do this work with all the sincerity that we can marshal at our disposal, and we deal with these matters without fear or favor. And the chiefs should fall where they may, and that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, cry, yan MPP for the cry, yeah, call it Mahama. Obia Odiska wo MPP na Odiska kwa contractor wanya no. So Mahama nche no a ye cry ye de Mahama obika. Wanchi sa nipa no a nti no ochi akonfo no ende ye yi akonfo na Africa na wo. We are akonfo na MPP ye yi afrim.
All right, enti NPP for ankasa are the same people amaya chicha my Wontumi. Uti Regina pa no ye NPP minister osi akonta mine honsem no e ono ene de bae. Until this is the debate with Mnufi. And you this added on Hong Kong. Now, according to Attorney General, no, you call a contaminating site. You call who sika kwikiri any a two or a contaminating site. It has to say, Chama Wontumi, SIA armed robber, and as a day, we are going to address that today. But you know, what I say, no one Chama Wontumi, then call court. Pay the video and me show you Chama Wontumi and the lawyers, it could PM court. Chama Wontumi we first part we na say be money bill and a second one so say more Chama Wontumi nti no Chama Wontumi da police cells because wentimi anya bail and the Chama Wontumi de kan na Chama Wontumi nsem na ekoba no ensem bebre na akwaba na nipa dodo na adwen ne say ebio NDC for na ye witch hunting amaya kwa akwachi Chama Wontumi dabi. But your time Attorney General Chama Wontumi issue never out no. Attorney General can say investigation and started 2022. Or here's a video now. Attorney General can say 2002, but I think it's a mistake or rather 2022. But you see Attorney General here.
I'm happy to announce that in 2002, the police conducted very diligent investigations in respect of Akonta mining, but the docket was hidden until we came to power. In fact, when we came to power and I started the investigation with the minerals and the lands and natural resources minister and the Forestry Commission, we were finding it difficult to get information.
Enti uti ya Attorney General said 2022. He said 2002, but rather 2022. Ena under NPP abayana kasa omoye investigation on Akonta mining. Enti mesra so we NPP ni na say o follow Chama Wontumi nsem na enkasa NDC for na ye we chanting dabi eye mo ankasa mo party for no. Ena ye investigating on Chama Wontumi. Ede beto ho. Nti sa document ko na AG ka no. Ebi na da board yi. Obi aye na 3rd of October 2022. Mesra den time no na enye NDC ene wa ban so. So wo hwe nema na da ho ni ya. As alleged operations of Akonta Mining Limited in the Tano Minirim Forest Reserves. Eno ene da ho no. Enti mame fa nkwa se kana hwe ade. It will be recalled that the ministry's press statement on 30th September 2022 stated that while Akonta Mining Limited has a mining lease to undertake minerals operation in some parts of Samaraboy outside the forest reserves, the company has no mineral right to undertake any mining operations in the Tano Birim Reserve. Highlighting no. Enti Chama Wontumi na na dwene se ono documents AS or the mining but ministry na under nanado dem Akuffo do si da bi Chama Wontumi krata na wo so wa wo do bo ho samara hen se wo bibia no unni sa krata ni bi enti se uti Chama Wontumi ha ya amemfa nko ansebia na Chama Wontumi ka se owo mining lease AS or the mining but Chama Wontumi forgot to say krata na de man no na limited to a particular place. But Auntie nko babia enkonko ye mining. Chama Wontumi forgot all those kind of things. Okay, Chama Wontumi made mention of sansem no. But you teach Chama Wontumi ankasa.
Now, even illegal, legal, what is the difference? The difference is a document.
Yeah.
The difference is a document. So, as a veteran miner, so I don't know how to get document done. Minim kwaya first the year and kata.
Wahu. So Chama Wontumi think say the mere fact say the papers asha wonsam ko ano. E kire say utimi ko ba bia ekoye mining wo ho. That is what he thought. See the krata asha nsam enti Ghana ho no de utimi appear anywhere ekoye mining. But ministry na under ono ankasa Chama Wontumi na ban si da bi Chama Wontumi. Although say ye the nkrata asha wonsam bankrata na edama you are limited to a particular place. And anytime be our crosses our place in the biano, you cannot mine there. Chama Wontumi forgot all these kind of things. My man saying kind document in BM. Or say it will be recalled that the ministry's press statement of 30th September 2022 stated that while Akonta Mining Limited has a mining lease to undertake mining operations in some part of the Samaraboy outside the forest reserve, the company has no mineral right to undertake any mining operations in the Tano Mirim forest reserves. Now, it's a document in the Chama Wontumi so nkwe mining no. Yan kanchen so onkonko wura forest no. Pacho yanko bisa. Lawyer is ankoma okasama NPP pa. Minister lawyer we wa onu bia onu say okasama NPP say yeah, the license or documenter doesn't mean say you can mine anywhere. We
will talk about Akonta, where a company that is supposed to be doing reconnaissance or whatever you call it, prospecting, was alleged to have been involved in mining.
But we don't have to wait. You can't mine with a reconnaissance license or prospecting license. It's a crime. In Ghana, you can only start mining if you have the mining lease or a small-scale mining license. So the fact that you've been given a prospecting license does not mean you can mine. No, in fact, as for a reconnaissance license, you are not even allowed to go onto the land. You're supposed to do reconnaissance work. They fly planes and everything. When you have proven that there's something to be shown for it, then you move to the next stage of license, prospecting. That you only go and dig to test. What they call it geophysics, geochemistry. They do the virtual imaging and you test to see whether there's commercial find. When you have justified your prospecting license, then the Minerals Commission will give you the mining lease. This is when you can now go and start hacking the ground for gold. So if a company, by whatever name, only has a prospecting license, it is a crime for that company to be mining gold.
So what I say? But Chairman Wontumi understanding about the point and they say, yeah, the license station will some there. Wontumi is first pickers. Now number be now mine. But one was a dear Chairman Wontumi, no. All those and age say, Yasia Kwaku say Chairman Wontumi over 157,000 Ghana cedis. Any a tour egu Chairman Wontumi hono. They say a match Chairman Wontumi say no abe bebre. If I show my main kind and say my age to. Or see 8 pump action guns. 8 pump action guns. 1 single barrel gun. 5 pieces of metal suspected to be gold concealed in a sachet. 4 machetes. Several water pumping machines. 310 AAB cartridges, which is in 2 mobile. 1 grease gun. 4 motorcycles. 2 vehicles. Cash amount to 157,000 cedis only. Serviceable excavators and 4 non-serviceable excavators. And the Chairman Wontumi a corner horn. Meaning the Chairman Wontumi so armed robbers or nobody even knows. Meaning the Chairman Wontumi a armed robbers or obi enim in 2 pa who with Chairman Wontumi mining site no. And a AG. About the Chairman Wontumi there. Minim how beba. Now when him idea match Chairman Wontumi have power to do this kind of things. A president and Addo Akuffo. It seems to in a way no, na president is supporting the Chairman Wontumi no. So mo kai say Chairman Wontumi abra investigations in ba out the then sector minister Gina Poka say Chairman Wontumi was engaged in illegal mining no. President and Addo Akuffo the Gina Simpios said that be Chairman Wontumi enye illegal mining.
Briefly to the chairperson on the issue of illegal mining. I want to assure him and all of you that Akonta mining is not engaged in any illegal mining anywhere in Ghana as we speak.
What? And all those sector minister they can say Akonta mining illegal mining no. Former president and Addo Akuffo came to or jumped to the defense of Chairman Wontumi. I can't the Ghana for say there be Chairman Wontumi enye illegal mining. Nanado can't ask them we no. And a media no a call the sector minister how no at the same time Nanado can't ask them not the sector minister Gina po hobby. And on bisa say minister e ya wona report bi aba say Akonta mining illegal mining. Now president Nanado Akuffo also say Akonta mining illegal mining. Why? Minister now found it very difficult to justify someone another kind because the boss in the car. But now he was forced to say something. Someone so kind as to say it makes sense in your brain and it doesn't make sense, you know. But this is the debate with Manu.
The president was responding to a request by the chairman of this Catholic Diocesan Priest Association Biennial Conference, Mr. Ken Ashigbe. Mr. Ashigbe, in his remarks, had appealed to the president, called on the president to speak to the issue of Akonta mining. And so the president sought to respond and assure the conference, and for that matter, the country. So the president's comments were actually an assurance to the conference and the country. And what was that assurance? The president said, as he spoke, and by that, as at yesterday, Akonta mining was not engaged in any illegal mining activities in any forest reserve. And indeed, the president went further to assure the country that under his instructions, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and the Forestry Commission is actually cordoned off the 294 forest reserves in our country. He said that as well. You know, I mean, for some reason that is be taken out of the discourse. But the president gave a further assurance that not only is Akonta mining not engaged in illegal mining activities in any forest reserve, as he spoke yesterday, but additionally, he had put in place measures, his government had put in place measures to protect the 294 forest reserves of our country from attacks from illegal miners and illegal mining activities. So the president was not speaking about the wrongdoing or otherwise of Akonta mining in the past, the criminality or otherwise of Akonta mining in the past. He was not commenting on what happened in the past. He was giving an assurance of the state of affairs as at the time he was addressing the conference. And that is a statement of fact. And for me, I think that the president should be commended, the government should be commended, that we've gotten to a situation where we can confidently say that we are protecting the forest estates of our country.
Anyway, Minister now on Oden 7 by no, and someone also kind of know when he jumped into the defense of Nana Addo Akuffo Addo. I was a politics and many pan kind of correct. Wo na order report about say akunta mining, illegal mining. Inti yam punishing. One person no. When president say akunta mining, illegal mining no. Nipa kura na say jina ho. Eka say that is not what President Akuffo Addo said, but rather what the president said meant as at the time of president was speaking. If I just say ne ujina haya to say me ye program yai. But why ni bit maku sa akunta mining? Ya dibi ho. Minerals Commission together with the ministry and modest hard document will buy akunta mining, illegal mining. Now when you must say mesere. Yes, I bo pia ye wura Jenapo bi mbisa say Mr. Jenapo. Akunta mining sense illegal mining no saying na wuhu no na Ghana kwara an why na started something way tie nsem obeka tie one person no defending another ho no ba cho tie nsem oka wa ha.
You issued a statement recently when the Akunta mining thing came, very, very strong statement listing a host of things that you instructing, if I'm not mistaken, the Forest Commission to act. Was it Forest Commission or the Minerals Commission, one of them, to take? What's an update on that?
Well, first of all, as you know, the forest estate of our country by law are governed or are regulated by the Forestry Commission. The body, the legal constitutional body that has the mandate for the management, exploitation, and preservation of the forest estate of Ghana is the Forestry Commission. And therefore, when a matter affects the forest reserves of our country, the body that acts on it has always been, is, and will always be, unless we change the law, the Forestry Commission. And so, as minister, I got the Forestry Commission to conduct investigations into this matter. They presented their report to me. I know that there's a petition before the Criminal Investigations Department, and therefore,
by the civil society.
Yeah. So I forwarded the report of the Forestry Commission to the Interior Minister for onward submission to the Ghana Police Service. The police themselves have written to me for some, information of a sort, and I provided them with that information. I keep making the point. The matter to do with akunta mining, with the greatest of respect, I brought it up to the national discussion. In all modesty, akunta mining, it was because of the statement I made and the statement I put out there, which is why it became such a major national topical issue. And it is because, really, with I should say this with all the honesty I can marshal. We do this work with all the sincerity that we can marshal at our disposal, and we deal with these matters without fear or favor. And the chiefs should fall where they may, and that's exactly what I did.
Sabe pepe. Inti sa oye NPP ni na se ne ye de akonta mine ne chama Wontumi kwa kugina kwota e NPP fo na kasa se o me ne ye abugina pose e ono e ne start akonta mine ho nsem inti se ne de akonta mine kugina kwota e se ohuni pa wa me ya chicha me Wontumi mam be kasa ye political witch hunting there be gina pose e ono e ne ye ti ne o tu ne chama Wontumi gina kwota huni pa o de chama Wontumi ko e mo kai se ne se deputy attorney general be ka se so motom office abe na NPP ni bi kita file na se na motom na wa ba na ono ankasa abe wo ne yonko NPP ni pian te bugina pose chama Wontumi nsema ye ko bagina e ono e na de bae e ono so na sha ase and the same person so na sa kaka kire Ghana for say na Addo meant set as at the time o kasa no na ye hwe akonta mane enti ye gina pomo ne koya ma OSP na etwe akonta mane nipa ibre nim se OSP ay investigation on akonta mane dada Pachoko OSP website sani ma we nyina ho illegal mining oba ase ha amemfa nko ba we started the third paragraph no say the investigation further targets the activities of Akonta Mining Limited and other companies nationals of foreign countries allegedly involved in illegal mining and allegations of corruption and corruption related offenses against some municipal and district chief executives and political party officials. Irakisi jaben edisan that is what is written there. In the OSP munyina investigations on Akonta mine or yeah better na Addo den Kwaku Addo and our power. The patches who date na was no October 10th 2022. Na enye John the money mama and ewo etia kunya so. To NPP niya, you're very careful because seven o kan unim say wow party for no and a pay Akonta mine NPP for. This is how amamu eye inti ka oba na opeki we document na na da Kwaku ma we enti ewura gina pose onu no onim akontaman ne nsema na akontaman ne ye ne se na emwa. That is why they even reported the matter to OSP ni CID na say fonti no ma boss adwuma nyina go dada. But it was surprising that when John Dramani Mahama back konwa so pe and a police for say fa docket na edisiye tiene wo koto say chairman Wontumi enam quarter. Don't go and target his excellency John Dramani Mahama dabi eye mo ankasa NPP for na ankasa ena mo de asem no enam ena ma ene yaso chairman Wontumi mu aye de nenam. But this is the debate with Munufi. What question be a bit me bisame what I say. So I'm not surprised say Attorney General say chairman Wontumi nsem we no obone pa so body faster because in terms of the party for Enediaba.
We have also put in place certain measures to ensure that the prosecution goes faster than normal.
That's what I say. And this is now that within 1 week, chairman Wontumi enama. But you can say John Dramani Mahama and I anyway. There be on one party for the campaign.